How's it going, everybody? Back at it. Monty Smokes It All. We're gonna go ahead and throw down on these chicken thighs. We're gonna smoke them low and slow. Right beside me, we got our Weber kettle, one of the most versatile and inexpensive grills. I got this one brand new, ranging around 150 to 170. But you can find this on Facebook Marketplace anywhere from $30 to $50, man. You know, I understand today's economy. You know, there's a lot of money, but everything's expensive. So if you got to smoke on a budget, you know, more power to you. With these methods, we're gonna smoke no matter what we got. You know, talking a little bit more about this Weber kettle, I put chicken thighs on here, lax of ram, brisket, sausage, tri-tip, ribs, anything you can think of. This Weber kettle will never fail you, and I'll show you how to really mess with it. And you can do A through Z on this. So let's talk about setting up your fire, setting up the temp. I mean, all you're gonna need is these tumbleweeds. They come in a bunch of different brands. And then of course you're gonna need your charcoal. I stand behind a couple brands. I stand behind, you know, we're in Texas, so the HEB lump charcoal, the mesquite one, great one. King Ford, the original, great one. Royal Oak, great one. And there's a bunch of other ones. You know, comment down below if you have any questions about your charcoal, because there are a lot of bad charcoal out there. All right, everybody, this is going to be our little simple setup to smoke some chicken thighs. This really isn't going to be a long smoke, so we're not going to be using too much coals, too much wood chips, all that. But we have our chimney starter right here. We have our little tumbleweeds right here. And then we have a fire divider. This is going to help you out a lot, especially if you're starting out, because the last thing you want to do is load your grill with too much lit charcoal, and then the temperature's too hot and you got to wait forever for it to come down. What you want to do is smoke, not grilling, so you don't need a lot of charcoal for these short cooks. This right here, this fire divider, you can find it on Amazon for anywhere from $12 to $15. This chimney starter is about $10 if you get like the HEB brand. You know, you don't need to spend a lot of money on these big brands on certain things. You know, save a little bit of money in your pocket, get whatever meat you want to get. So we're going to go ahead and then just light one of these. Boom, it's going to catch in no time. See, it's already caught. We're going to let it heat up a little bit, and then we're going to add it to the others. Then we're going to put it down. So right now, you got your tumbleweed starting. You're going to put your chimney right next to those coals to kind of preheat those coals. Just to go over a little bit about bad smoke and good smoke. The bad smoke, I'll show you, it's going to be really thick, dark smoke. When it lightens up, that's the good smoke you want on your meat. And by putting this starter next to those coals to kind of preheat them, you know, the bad smoke won't be there. So we're gonna go ahead and put our chimney on top of these. We got a couple coals going right there, because what we're gonna end up doing is throwing the coals in the divider, and then while they're red hot, and then it'll slowly seep into those coals, and then it'll keep your smoke going so you don't have to constantly mess with your pit. So right now we got this going. I don't know if you can tell too much. We don't have a lot of coals going right now, but if I hold it still, you kind of see some very dark smoke. And what you want, the good smoke, is more translucent. There's going to be a little white to it, but it's not going to be as dark as this right here. Maybe if I come in a little bit more, you see a little bit dark, but what you want to see is very translucent smoke, not the dark kind. So, all right, our coals back there are getting pretty white, so we're going to add them to this divider. And I probably missed it, but these are mesquite wood chips, great for chicken. Going to keep it nice and moist and add that nice smoky flavor. So yeah, let's go ahead and add them. Always be careful when you're messing with this fire. because you know, just for safety reasons. Be sure what you're doing. And then I have this little platform right here because this is going to be very hot and you don't want to start no grass fire. Now that we got it into the divider, what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of move around the coals just so we get that good connection right here. We got our lit coals right here, and we got our unlit coals that it's going to work our way up and lit. And you know, the more time or the less effort you have to do, the better. You know what you can do, since you got your whole smoke setup going. You can throw the ball with your kid in the backyard. You can drink a couple cold ones, hang out with some friends, all while this smoking. So right now, if you look, my grill grate is pretty dirty. So what we're gonna do is put the grill grate on. We're gonna close the top, and we're gonna let this thing, oh, you see that nice smoke? We're gonna let this thing warm up so we can clean our grill, get all that char off from the last cook. Because, you know, if you leave it on there, it just might taste funny. And we're gonna go ahead, when everything's heated up, we're gonna clean our grill. Real quick, while we're waiting for this grill to heat up, you see that good smoke? That's some really good smoke. Yes, it's smoke. It's a little, it has a little gray tint to it, but what we definitely don't want is that black, dirty smoke. That's gonna give your meat a chemical taste. Just for a little visual representation, look at that smoke. Your chicken's gonna be bathing in that. My fire divider, you see what side it's on? I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on. You see how these grates, or this opening right here, this vent, is on the exact opposite side? Because we're doing indirect smoking. Our chicken is going to be on this side and our coals are on this side, and with our vent being on this side, it's going to make that smoke come all the way over here, bathe our chicken, and come out this way. That is smoking 101. So if you can tell right here, guys, our grill is coming up to temp, smoking 101. Anywhere from 225 to 275, that is smoking. Anything above 300, that is definitely grilling, and we're in it to smoke the meat. So our grill is coming up to temp, and we're gonna go ahead and clean it off. So here we are off the temp. We're gonna get a little scrubbing down going, a little elbow grease, and get this grill clean. All it takes is a little elbow grease. Get your little brush. Look at all that stuff just falling right off. Our grill is up to temp. We are almost ready to throw that meat on there. And if you can tell, my Weber kettle is a little old, but hey man, these things don't give out. These things can last a lifetime. I've seen a lot on Facebook Marketplace that people have had their grills for over 30 years. And that's going to play a key part in taking everything to the next level, because you got all that season on that grill. So right now, what we'll go ahead and do is throw some more wood chips on top of the already lit coals. Look at that. Different tools, different uses. And then they have these nice little flappers. So I feel like these grills were meant for the separators, because you can, if you need on longer cooks to add more coals, add more wood chips, it's just a little flip. You don't have to take the whole grill grate off.
Dad, look at these creepy ones about this and this.
All right, we're just gonna throw in there for a little razzle dazzle. Here's our 24-hour marinade. Looking great. You got this nice gold color. This chicken's been marinating for 24 hours. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is sear them first. You can sear them before or after, but in my personal opinion, it is way easier to sear before and let smoke. All right, let's get to searing. Favorite method, one of the only methods, is to sear skin side down first, and then when we smoke them, we are gonna leave them skin side up. So we're gonna get that little sear going. Get our tongs. Get that good sear, baby. So now that we got all of our chicken thighs golden brown, you know, that's due to the marinade and the fire, a little combination of both, but in the marinade, the olive oil, the soy sauce, all that good stuff. And then searing them, we got them nice golden brown, nice good presentation. Now we're just gonna add a couple more wood chips, and then we're gonna smoke them. Set it and forget it. Now that we got our wood chips in here, let's talk a little bit about smoking temps. We're gonna smoke this anywhere from 225 max, and I tell you max 275. And then what we're looking in chicken thighs, because it is poultry, we need an internal temp before they're done, or when they're done, at 165. I promise you. I mean, if you're cooking for yourself and you can stomach raw chicken, stomach it. But you know, you don't want anybody at your gathering to take a bite and your chicken is pink in the middle, like in the middle. And I'm not talking about a smoke ring, because once you serve raw chicken, you know, there's no going back from that. I mean, there is going back, but everybody's gonna remember it for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and let these smoke till the internal temp of these turn to 165, which can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. It just depends on a lot of things like the weather, humidity, all that great stuff, what kind of charcoal you're using, in a sense, whether you have this divider or not. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close this lid, get it up to temp, let it ride till it hits 165 internal temp. Here we are with our temp. We're at about 225 right now. If it rides a little higher, you know, no biggie. What we gotta look for, if it passes at 300 or 275, 300 is when I'm really worried. But guys, look at that smoke. This chicken will be taking a smoke bath, and we'll be right back. Here we are, guys. We are here at 167. We are rocking and rolling, ready to take the meat off the grill. Look at right here. We officially got the meat off the grill. We got it nice and brown. You know, nothing is burnt. Everything is smoked. That internal temperature hit. Everything is cooked. And just a couple, you know, a little information stuff. Chicken, you want this to rest about 5-10 minutes off the grill. Steak, 5-10 minutes. Beef fajita, 5-10 minutes. Now, when you get into the ribs, around 30 minutes. When you get into the tri-tip, around an hour. When you get to the brisket, around an hour. That's just a quick rundown. I have all these videos planned out, a little mapped. But definitely, if you have any suggestions, you want to see different methods or different kind of meats, please comment below. And this channel, you know, I really appreciate my supporters. So anything you have to say, you know, I deeply consider it, and I really appreciate it, you know, because if you have different methods, you know, I've done this for a little bit. I have no problem on trying. You know, I like to get creative. I like to do new things. So if you have any different kind of methods, even for this chicken, or you have video requests that you want to see, please comment down below, and they will very much be considered. And probably after the first couple videos that I have planned, I'm willing to try anything. And with my experience, we'll get it done, and we'll set it up, and you know, we'll enjoy these good smoked meats. I'm telling you, man, once we get it down, once everybody gets it down, you're gonna have your pit going, you're gonna enjoy a couple cold ones, and you're gonna have some meat ready. If you look at the pit, it's still going. You could have smoked ribs, whatever, the longer cooks for longer. The way we set it up is a tried and true method, but now to the end of the video, this is what we came for. Look at this chicken, baby. This is the chicken right here. We done smoked it for an hour and 15 minutes, anywhere from 225 to 275. We didn't go anything above that. And let's go ahead and get it. This chicken right here, baby. This is a chicken. This is what, once you master the basics, this chicken right here, this chicken right here. Just imagine only offer your chicken. We're going to have everybody, every one of your family and friends, you know, trying to come to your cookout. But once we get to the ribs, to the brisket, to the tri-tip, to the fajitas, you know what I mean? Those are all going to be little tools in your tool belt. And this chicken right here, boy, this is a chicken. Smoked, internal temp hit. I'm sorry, I'm really enjoying this chicken. But just real quick, to all my followers or subscribers, to everybody who views these videos, man, this is just starting. We're gonna get into the big meats. We're gonna elevate. And if you're following along the way, I really do appreciate you. I really do appreciate the support. And man, just a little spoiler, next video, we are getting to the ribs. We have spare ribs or baby back ribs. Anybody, hit the comments, let me know what you want to do. The baby back ribs or the spare ribs. Either way, we're going to smoke it up and make some really good meat. I appreciate y'all all tuning in. And, you know, I really appreciate all the support. And I'm going to keep putting this content out. Thank you.